Well, as the hunt for the missing plane continues, US and European government sources close to the probe of MH370, the Malaysian Airlines flight that went missing, say that investigators in Malaysia are voicing skepticism that the airliner was the target of a terror attack. Malaysian investigators were questioning 5 passengers who checked in for the flight but who wound up not boarding and having their luggage removed from the plane. Meanwhile, the search effort involving at least 34 aircraft and 40 ships from several countries has been widened to a 100 nautical mile radius from the point the plane vanished from the radar screens between Malaysia and Vietnam earlier Saturday, and with no distress signal. Meanwhile, a statement from the airline said that the search for the jet has been widened beyond the flight path. The statement added that everything was fine with B777-200 aircraft that had undergone maintenance. All right, so now the search has been widened. There are paths and trails that were not on the search map earlier on that are also now being looked into, and this certainly comes after the authorities did in fact say yesterday that they do suspect that the flight took a turnaround, and therefore they were not now only concentrating on the flight path earlier on but now also looking at other areas. Sanjana Chauhan is joining us with more details. Sanjana, the search operations seem to have increased in the area that they are looking at now, but the terror angle that seemed very real initially has now been cast aside by some of the countries. Is that true? Are we understanding it correctly?
Right, Maha. So there are several developments that are coming in right now. We understand that 10 countries have in fact joined the search operations, and the US have been sending a lot of FBI agents to assist in the probe. But what we know right now, as you mentioned correctly, is that the terror angle is not really being investigated right now, although we do know that the Interpol and Thailand investigators and the Malaysian investigators as well have in fact probed 5 passengers who didn't board. So that is the latest update. There's several other updates coming in. We understand that China has deployed 10 satellites to help in the massive air and sea search for the missing plane. And dozens of ships and aircraft from 10 countries are scouring the seas around Malaysia and the south of Vietnam. And it is hoped right now that the enhanced technologies of the satellites will, sort of provide a quicker answer to the fate of the missing aircraft. But the fake passport holder, we understand, has been identified, but they are unable to actually reveal his identity right now for security reasons. Back to you,
Sanjana, many thanks for joining us with all those details.